Hey guys, so I started recording this video. Oh, I hit the camera. My head's not all the way in. I started recording this and that's better. And the battery ran out. And so I have to do it all over again. Good thing I'm in a good mood today. So today is January 20th. I did my oil pulling, meditation, my walk, bouncing with Burns. I had a cup of Heal All tea this morning, and I just, I'm almost finished my second cup of tea now. It's just one of those yogi teas, and I put a slice of lemon in it, and it's really good. I'm really cold today. It's 36 degrees, which isn't that bad, but for some reason, the house feels drafty and I feel cold. But that doesn't stop me from eating my frozen grapes that I'm eating right now. I've been munching on them for a little while. I filled this thing, it was heaping actually. I filled it to the heaping top, and I've just been like munching on this all day and watching TV and working and stuff. So I won't eat that right now because I'm sure you don't want to hear me chew. So I wanted to tell you guys a funny story that happened to me today. So since I started having more chewing food, which I think happened around the 6th, and then I had, you know, my onion ring situation a couple days ago, I haven't checked my filtering to make sure that I'm still filtering and that it still looks nice and fuzzy. So this morning, I did my filtering, and I filled up this nice container here. I switched it out from a mason jar just so that the mason jar that I was using doesn't actually get back into our general eating population and cause an issue for somebody. I know I wouldn't want to go to someone's house and drink from a jar that used to have pee in it. So took that jar away, cleaned it out, of course, bleached it, and we're gonna use it for, well, I am using it for something else now. It's in the kitchen, but I'm putting spare change and stuff in it. Just because, you know, I mean, I personally don't mind. It's been washed and all that stuff, but you don't want to do that to someone. So, and plus I didn't want Ron to accidentally drink from the pee cup. Anyway, so I got this. It's an old honey jar. And apparently the top doesn't fit well. Even when you put it on, it's like not that great unless you like really tighten it, which I didn't do. So I went to go check out my situation, and luckily I got to see it before, because I looked at it and I was like, oh, nice and squiggly and cloudy and flaky, like a snow globe with some things in there. But then when I picked it up, the top fell off, and luckily I picked it up over the sink and stuff, because it spilled out. I spilled my pee all over my hand, up my arm, under my watch bands. Some of it got on the floor and on the sink, so I had to like clean all that up, mop the floor. Drama. Like, if you guys don't already know, I'm a hot mess. My friends call me a hot mess, and I'm a hot mess, and I don't mind it, and it's funny. Life is funnier when you're a hot mess. So I got pee all over myself. So I had to change my shirt, take my watch off, my Fitbit watch off, and clean up under there, and yeah, so that's something. And I wanted to call out on a video the other day, the day I had oh my gosh, what's wrong with my brain? The day I had the onion rings, a woman commented on the video on the Facebook page. Her name was Roxanne Phillip -hyphenated G, but I don't know how to pronounce her last name, so I'm not going to try and butcher it. She said, girl, every time you are detoxing, you're retoxifying yourself. Cut it out, basically. And then she suggested this book to me to try, and I bought the book. So let me see if I can find it real quick without being too ridiculously long. She told me to buy this book to help with my situation of, like, you know, the food addiction and figuring out what I'm doing with myself, called The Pleasure Trap. Mastering the hidden, oh, I don't know. See what happens with digital copies? Why you need real books. I don't know what I'm doing here. The Pleasure Trap is the name of the book. And the author is Douglas Lissel, L-I-S-L-E. So if you want to find that, Mastering the Hidden Forces that Determine Health and Happiness. So I'm going to start reading that. At first, she recommended it to me, and I took a screenshot, and I was like, I'll get back to that. And then I was like, why? That's part of my procrastination nature. Let me just get this book right now. So I checked the library. They didn't have it. They didn't have the hard copy or the digital copy. And I'm members of 3 libraries, so I checked all 3 libraries. They didn't have the digital or the hard copy, so I bought it from Amazon, the Kindle copy, which was only like $5.99. So got that book. I'm gonna finish The Grape Cure tonight, and then I'll start that one. I also have another book by Deepak Chopra, The Healing Self, which is also on my reading list. I'm like getting back into my reading, staying off social media a little bit more. And I'm about to start training for a new position. I got a promotion at work. So right now we're like in the stages of like having little meetings and, you know, getting our syllabus together and stuff like that for training. But I officially start on Monday. So unfortunately, I won't be in my Bouncing with Burns in the morning, and probably won't be able to sneak into the afternoon class, and we'll probably just be checking into the evening class at that point. But I'm gonna still make sure I get up in the morning and do my bouncing. I'm gonna miss the class so much. I really love that support and that interaction. So I will definitely be sure to catch the replays. And anybody who watches me and you're not watching Burns Bedard of The Real Juicy Detox, her information is in my description. Ron brought it to my attention the other day that a lot of people don't read the description, so that I should mention occasionally if there's something in my description. And I listed her in the description of all of these videos during my journey so far. Excuse me. So if you are interested in finding out exactly what I'm doing and what's going on, she goes live 3 times a day. In the morning, it's just loose. We talk, we chat, we exercise together. You can exercise or not. Some people watch while they're laying in bed or walking in place or jogging in place if you don't have a rebounder. In the afternoon, she comes on again and she cooks with us, gives us healthy alternatives to cooked food, you know, just to introduce us to something different that we're not used to. And even if you don't plan on being a raw food person, there's nothing wrong with having a couple of raw recipes to refer to, because I'm not a raw food person, but I've been eating raw food for the past 20 days and it's not bad. I prefer cooked food and I don't like cold food, but you know, you can get a dehydrator, you can leave it out and let it get room temperature. Like right now, I'm making a salad for dinner. I took the cucumbers and everything out of the fridge, and it's sitting on the counter so that it can get room temperature before I actually make it. So, you know, there's ways around it. If you really want to do something, you know, you'll find a way. And it's all about not saying, oh no, I would never do that, or I can't do that, or I won't do that. It's saying, it's not my style, but I'll try it. And that's all you can really ask of yourself. It's not my jam, but you know what? What my jam has been isn't necessarily working, or not seeing the results as fast as I would like, or not having the healing as quickly as I would like, or the weight loss, or whatever your goal is, then it's worth trying something else, which is where I'm at. You know, I'm trying the raw thing. I am going to start getting down into some of these recipes, but right now I'm just figuring things out, as always. You know, life is about living in a journey and just going for it and figuring things out, which just reminded me. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Burns talked about, you know, the ego and letting the ego go and just, you know, stop fighting yourself, stop fighting your process. And, you know, it's okay to work these things out in your brain, but, you know, you have to realize where it's coming from and stop fighting so much. And then I go online and see this thing, ego versus soul. Ego seeks to serve itself. Soul seeks to serve others. Ego seeks outward recognition. Soul seeks inner authenticity. Ego sees life as a competition. Soul sees life as a gift. Ego seeks to preserve self. Soul seeks to preserve others. Ego looks outward. Soul looks inward. Ego feels lack. Soul feels abundance. Ego is mortal. Soul is eternal. Ego is drawn to lust. Soul is drawn to love. Ego seeks wisdom. Soul is wisdom. Ego enjoys the prize. Soul enjoys the journey. Ego is cause to pain. Soul is cause of healing. Ego rejects God. Soul embraces God. Ego seeks to be filled. Soul is eternal wholeness. Ego is me. Soul is we. I thought that was beautiful, especially the one, ego seeks to be filled. Soul is eternal wholeness. I thought that was so lovely. And also ego feels lack. Soul feels abundance. Abundance. That was our meditation we did back in December about abundance. And it was although I've meditated in the past, that practice got me into the meditation practice that I have today. Meditation has become so important for my everyday life. I even noticed that I'm changing my attitude toward other people, and a lot of the judgment of other people has gone away. A lot of the intolerance of other people has gone away. And I'm just putting love out there. Even to people that I cannot stand, I've just been putting love out there. And you really see things change, not only for yourself, but in your relationship and interaction with those people. So I think it's important for us to realize that we are all on our own journey, all making our mistakes, all needing grace for ourselves and for other people. It's not, because the grace is not just for us, it's for everyone. And you can't expect people to show you grace and forgiveness and kindness and fill in the blank if you're not going to put that out in the world to other people. Really? Okay, you want me to treat you this way, or I want to be treated this way, but you gotta put out what you want to get back. And it's so simple. And that's not even a religious thing or a spiritual thing. That's just the law of science. Whatever you believe in, whether you believe in God or the universe or a higher power or the divine or Buddha or whatever it is you call whatever your belief system is, just be freaking nice to people, show love. And when I was younger, I didn't understand, my mom would say she loves everybody. And I'm like, but you don't know her, right? But now I can understand it because I do feel love for everyone. At the grocery store, this lady I had an argument with at the grocery store because she was acting crazy. And I was like, I feel sorry for her. I'm gonna just walk away and let her be in that by herself because she needs some love. And the love that I gave to her was not arguing back with that. So, you just have to find love where you can find it and give it where you can give it. And on that note, I'm gonna finish my grapes, and you guys have a fantastic day and a good night. Bye.